Hello, welcome. I am Alex, and this is yoga when I get all set up someday. So I am here with a warm-up. It's really dark. I'm going to be teaching again in about an hour and a half. Do anything. I'm going to be teaching in about an hour and a half, and this is what I do just to get kind of a pre-warm-up so I get the most out of my practice. No props are needed. Let's begin in a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands out and away from you. Can I make this lighter? I guess I'm figuring that out later. On an exhale, forehead down. Bring awareness to the present moment. To the temperature of your space. To the breath. Breathe in and out through the nose exclusively as best as you can. Arrive. Press up to a tabletop and all the way forward onto your stomach. Rest the forehead on your left hand. Bring the right foot in, quad stretch. And switch. Release. Press up to a tabletop and back to a child's pose for a long exhale. Tabletop. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral. Tuck your toes and sit back on your heels. Bring the pinky toes out. Interlace your fingers and press the palms away from you, especially focusing on the pointer and thumb side of your hand. Keep the elbows soft and your shoulders down. Reach the arms overhead. And release, sweep your arms down and around. Tabletop, roll out the ankles, tap the feet. One cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale to round. Neutral. And again, sit back in a child's pose. Tabletop. Tuck your toes, hover the knees, and shift the weight forward just a couple of inches so that the shoulders are over the wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Open up the front of the body, relax the head. Open up the back body, relax the head and the neck. Open up under the triceps. They're kind of in front right now. And let's bend and bend one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel down. Lower your knees to the mat. Sit back. Bring your feet out and around in front of you. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders down. And exhale, fold over butterfly legs. Sit up, reverse tabletop, soles of the feet on the mat, about hip width. Hands behind you, fingers pointing toward the heels, press and lift. Sit back down, legs out in front of you. I'm going to keep my knees soft because my hamstrings are pretty sore today. Sit up tall and fold over both legs. Probably because I went live 3 times yesterday. Because I'm trying really hard right now. But I've got to figure out this camera. Lift up. Cross your feet at the ankles. Tabletop. 1 cat-cow. Inhale, arch. If I get closer. Exhale, round. Neutral. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. Downward facing dog. Walk to the top of the mat and ragdoll. So that means separating the feet. Well, I guess you could have the feet close, but separate the feet a little bit. Bend the knees so that the entire back body can open up. Lift 1 heel at a time, bend 1 knee at a time. And then bring the feet together. Once more, soften over the legs. Round up to standing. Palms touch. Shoulders roll back and down. Reconnect to the present moment. Inhale, arms overhead. Let's keep them shoulder width. Try not to arch the back. Palms face each other. Look up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Right foot to a lunge. Tall on the toes of the back foot. Feel the right leg extended. Left foot back plank. Lower all the way down. 4 cobra. Tops of the feet are down. Roll the shoulders together. Halfway lift. Release. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right foot between the hands. Lunge. If you need to, lower the left knee and scoop the right heel forward. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Big step to the top of the mat, long exhale. Keep the knees soft. Round up. Arms overhead, interlace the fingers. Index finger out, press a button on the ceiling, 3 breaths.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Lift out, forward fold.
I didn't get that.
Left foot lunge. Right foot back plank. Pull in the core. Lower your knees if you need to. We're going to do a Chaturanga Push-Up. Halfway lower and press up. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's hang out here. We all know the first one's my favorite. Shoulders roll back and down. Tops of the feet are down. Lengthen the chest forward so you're not decompressing in the lower back. Eventually, the tops of the feet press down and the knees lift. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Left foot steps between the hands. Lunge. Step off the back foot, forward fold, long exhale. Press up. Arms overhead. 3 breaths, or your first back bend. Reach up so much. Lift out. Find a normal posture with the arms up, and then you can forward fold. Halfway lift. Roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees, round up to standing. Inhale, arms above your head. 3 breaths. Back bends are really great. Arms overhead gives you similar benefits. Reach up, breathe. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift, roll the shoulder blades back. And from here, hands down, plank. Let's do one strong chaturanga, so slowly. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hovering table. Downward facing. Step the right foot between your hands. Start out with a lunge. And then lower the left knee, leave the toes tucked, look straight ahead. Draw in the core. Long exhale. Try to press both legs straight. Press through the back heel. Lunge into a lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm opens up. Right hand down. Right foot back to a plank. Strong chaturanga, nice and slow. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot between the hands. Lunge. Lower the right knee, shoulders back. Pyramid pose. Try to straighten both legs. Lunge. Lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, exhale. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over, longer legs. Round up to standing. Face the long edge of your mat. Wave at me. I need to figure out, it's bothering me how dark it is. Oh, well. Let's start with our feet facing forward, hands to hips. Fold over separate legs. You can hold opposite elbow, sway side to side, or stay still. It's up to you. Halfway lift. Shift the weight forward, twist, right hand down, left arm up. Keep the entire hand in view, press down through the outsides of your feet. And switch, left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Keep the feet where they are. You might need to widen the stance slightly. Bend into the left knee. Keep the feet flat. Feel the right inner thighs. And switch. Once more to each side. And right. Back to center. Now, hands to hips. Stand up. Shoulders roll back and down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Use a towel or a strap if you need to. Hands float away from the torso. Hands to the mat. Lengthen the spine. Twist. Left hand stays down. Press down through the feet. Left hand down. Hands to hips. For balance, stand up. Let's do heels in, toes out. One hand on top of each knee. Bend both knees. And open up the hips. Dip the right shoulder forward. Bring the left shoulder blade back. Switch. Come back to center. Bring your palms to touch. Stay low. Squeeze the glutes. And stand up. We're going to stay facing this way a little bit longer. Straight-legged triangle. Right toes are going to face the top of the mat. Slightly pigeon toe the left foot. Arms are side to side. Bump your hips to the left. Scoot the upper body to the right. Reach, reach, reach forever. And then tilt. So the goal is not necessarily to get the right hand to the ground. It's to feel length on both sides of the body. Stacking the left shoulder over the right. Hips forward. Lean back a little bit. Soft bend into the right knee to release. And let's switch sides. Turn the left toes out, right toes in a little bit. Arms side to side. Hips to the right. Upper body to the left. Reach forever. And then tilt. So if I were to put my hand on the ground, see how you have to kind of crunch forward. Stay lengthening through both sides of the body. Feel like you're falling back a little bit, so hips bump forward slightly. Right arm is reaching so far. And bend into the left knee for a safe return back to standing. Step to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together. Right away, Utkatasana. Sit down. Sit lower. Wiggle the toes. And stand up. Bring their palms to touch. Minimize extra movement. Inhale, arms overhead. Let's reach straight up. 3 breaths. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift. And from here, hands down, plank. 1 or 2 Chaturanga Push-Ups. Tell yourself it's easy. Tell yourself it's just a little bit at a time, over time, every day. With me. Exhale, downward dog. Stand on the left foot. Lift the right leg back up. Let the hip open. Squeeze the right leg straight. Pigeon right side. Just a few rounds of breath. Don't go for your perfect pigeon. Remember, this is a full practice in itself, but if you want to come back and hang out with me again in about an hour, treat this like a warm-up for doing all the yoga and kind of having a moment. Please join. Make your way to a lizard lunge. Let's stay lifted on our fingertips, so both hands are inside of the right leg. Keep the right knee over the right ankle. See how I'm staying lifted? Up on fingertips, you can keep the back toes tucked or down. Lower the chin and scoop the tailbone forward. And into a half split. Let's sit all the way back. Sit up tall. Sole of the right foot faces away from you. Lengthen out over the right leg. Sit up. Back to a lunge. Tuck the left toes and lift the knee. Right foot back, plank. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing. Stand on the right leg, lift the left leg for a long inhale. Let the hip open. Pigeon left side. Trying to think of something to ask for in the comments besides tell me what kind of yoga. I don't know. Just leave me a message. I'll be here. Few more breaths. In pigeon. Lizard lunge. Press up, toe heel your foot to the left edge of the mat, both hands inside of the left foot. I like to step onto the leg a little bit just to get some natural alignment, knowing where the strength will come into play. To accompany the flexibility we create, lower the chin and scoop the tailbone forward. Into half split. Sit all the way back. Take a moment to make sure you're sitting up tall and then lengthen out over the left leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. Sit up. Back to a lunge. To plank pose. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Knees to the mat. Child's pose. Notice how you've evolved since you were here last. Gratitude for the time you take to be present, to be grateful for your own presence. Make your way to a comfortable seated position. Sit up tall. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach your left arm up and over, side body reach. And switch. Both arms overhead. Stay so long in the spine. Twist to the right, float the hands down, right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Release through center, arms up. Twist to the left. And both arms overhead, closing breath, inhale. Look up, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands down. Thank you for your presence. Thank yourself for your presence. Thank you. Thank you. Until next time, namaste. All right. All right, guys. I'll be back in like 50 minutes or so. Please join. Thank you.